After much anticipation, gamers were finally able to get their hands on Titanfall from Respawn Entertainment, the studio founded by former members of Infinity Ward, the company that created Call of Duty. The beta, which launched earlier last week, recently ended and marked the first time the game was playable to a mass audience. The game has been getting a lot of attention lately and has won many Best of Show awards. But is Titanfall really all it's cracked up to be? The answer is yes, by the way. Titanfall has loads of parkour and mech-on-mech action, excitement, and fun.
Warning, another Titan is attacking you.
At its core, Titanfall is a fast-paced, action-oriented first-person shooter and feels very much like Call of Duty. You have your standard array of guns and attachments, scopes, extended mags, suppressors, all pretty standard first-person shooting affair. You gain points by shooting the other guy in the face before he shoots you in the face. Everything in that regard is pretty generic. However, the game feels incredibly unique thanks to its many gameplay features. For one, movement plays a very large role in the field, as players can run on walls, sprint, and do super street parkour maneuvers. Pilots are equipped with a jetpack to help them accomplish these quick tasks. Wall running is incredibly satisfying and feels just as good, if not better, than Assassin's Creed. In fact, you know what? Scratch that. It feels better than Prince of Persia. Doing complex maneuvers are very simple and comes naturally. Fans of the first-person shooting genre will feel right at home as movement is implemented incredibly well. The beta includes 3 main modes: Attrition, which is pretty much a standard team deathmatch, Last Titan Standing, which is basically Search and Destroy, and Hardpoint, which is basically a conquest-type scenario in which players attempt to capture as many enemy bases while protecting their own. Personally, I didn't really care for Last Titan Standing very much and spend most of my time in other 2 modes. In these 2 modes, games start off with a maximum of 6 players on each side, along with computer-controlled players. Each player is then given a timer before they can call out their Titan, which is basically a huge, agile, massive mech-style walkout. This timer is reduced by killing enemy bots, and even more so by killing players on the opposite team. Once that timer goes down, the entire scale of the match changes. By far the most satisfying part of any match is entering the Titan for the first time. Actually, let's go ahead and play a clip.
AI offline. Pilot mode engaged.
Ooh, play it again.
AI offline. Pilot mode engaged.
And let's go ahead and play it one more time.
AI offline. Pilot mode engaged.
See, isn't it awesome? Titans are basically tanks on the battlefield and feel incredibly powerful. Although it is currently unknown if you can alter your Titan's appearance, you can change their weapons and perks just like you can with pilots. These Titans are not impossible to destroy, however, thanks to the pilots being able to maneuver past them. Pilots are equipped with Titan weapons as well. Lastly, if you are not careful, enemy pilots can climb top of your Titan and destroy its core, forcing you to go through another time run. Players are able to choose to have their Titans act autonomously as they run on foot, destroying all your enemy Titans. Fighting another Titan is very super satisfying, and even more satisfying when you win. Burn cards are also another feature that changed the entirety of the game. Before each match, players are given a chance to select up to 3 burn cards that they would like to use, which are received after a match or by completing challenges. During the match, players can select to use a burn card, which will grant certain abilities, such as better weapons, instant use of your Titan, faster movement, etc, etc. Burn cards are only one-time use, and thus add to the different nature of the game. Overall, I was really surprised at how well the beta ran, and after the first day I noticed almost no hiccups. I can safely say I had more fun than any other recent multiplayer shooter. Unfortunately, the game is online only and includes no single-player campaign. In addition, there is still not much information on most of the modes or customization options. I played the PC version of the beta, so I can't really comment on the Xbox One version, but if there are any similarities, Titanfall is definitely a game worth paying attention to. Titanfall is set to be released on March 11, 2014 on both PC and Xbox One.